Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live webinar. As usual, I'm your host, Dr. Shah Siddiqui, and I'm representing Time Research and Innovation, Zinzi Marketing Agency, and New Diversion Business Consortium. I usually do not do that many lives on my personal profile, but I thought that, okay, I only do audio events on my personal profile, but I thought, okay, let's do a couple of lives to test the hypothesis. So usually my lives are on Tuesday, um, Thursday, and Friday. But Wednesday we usually do audio events to talk to people directly and learn from their problems and as well as collaborate together. So today we have a special event to talk about why you need to add current technology to your business. And we're going to be talking about that in detail with some case studies and as well as question from you. So thank you very much for joining today's live webinar. If you are watching this webinar on LinkedIn, please feel free to ask me any questions. And if you are watching this webinar on any other social media, please also you can ask questions and I can try to answer those as based of my knowledge. So we're going to be talking adding current technology to your business. What do you mean by that? Uh, when you think about adding technology, it's a huge thing that you need to consider because there are varieties of technology. There are many things that you could do um, to improve the capacity of your business. Every business is different. So what you should do. And before I jump into a specific section, I just wanted to share the today's agenda with you. Just spare me a couple of seconds. I just get the agenda out and then share that with you today. So technology is huge. If you think about 20 years ahead. And if you think about now, you see there is a huge shift uh, on technology. We did not have AI, uh, the way the ChatGPT and all other things is happening now. 10 years back, we did have AI in a different form, like data sorting out and all other things. Uh, for your information, I just wanted to let you know that AI is existing from 1980s. So it's developed gradually, and now you can see the mid-range of the development. It will go faster next few years, 5 to 10 years, and at the end, if something else is not replacing AI, it will dominate the market. And probably we are working towards different things. Scientists, data scientists, and all other people, maybe in 10 years' time, or 5 years' time, or maybe more than that, you will see something else is capturing the market, new things. And many corporations, they are working towards it. As independent researcher, small company SMEs, we also do research in various things. But until they get maturity, they get funding, the theme and the things we work on um, will never get succeeded. So that's another thing you need to remember. So in relation with the agenda, we're going to be talking about today adding technology, um, how social selling and AI can support you specifically, practical technology integration, what you could do to adding technology to your business, future trend strategies, and at the end, we will have question and answer sessions. So when we talk about AI or talk about technology, I wanted to discuss the technology first and then AI. if you're thinking of a business, like, okay, you have a business, and if I give an example of my business, so I'm just giving example of the marketing and sales business. So you have a marketing and sales business, you just started, and then few things you need to consider when you started. As I'm a strategist and I work with the strategical developments, and I prioritize strategical development. So first thing, what I would do, what a person would do, because when someone is thinking of a business, every business start from a single point of um, from a single point, from someone. They think, nurture, and grow that thinking to the next levels. So, and then gradually it becomes wealthy, and then from SME to big corporations. So if we talk about Amazon, started from a garage, Microsoft, Apple, and you can see all those things, all the big businesses. They weren't big businesses when they started. They were like a single person, and then gradually, with their innovation, with funding, and with a lot of things, they um, extended to big corporation, giant corporation. And when someone start their business, sometimes they might have experience and expertise of such kinds. They might not have any. You'd also need to consider that as well. And when you start a business, an idea is just your brainchild. So you have a brainchild and you wanted to nurture it and you wanted to solve a problem. Those you are watching this webinar, you know that by profession, I have an academic career and I train people, students, to um, a certain extent. And I also train people to become successful in relation with academia, business, higher education, scholarships, and a lot of other things. So when I talk to them, uh, I tell them that your idea is your idea. That idea will never get uh, accepted with the target audience you are looking for if you cannot tailor it for the target audience. Sometimes, every piece of people, every person is different in this world, and we have ideas and we wanted to solve other people's problems, but until we execute them, we do not know that that idea is solving anyone else's problem. We might have a problem in our life and we have solved that one with our ideas, but other people's problems are different. Usually, maybe there will be some similarities and there will be some massive differences. So when you have an idea, you need to see that idea behind the job. Okay, like how your idea, how your innovation will solve other people's problems or other businesses' problems. It could be anything, people's problems, environment, and a lot of other things could be attached to it. But solving a problems specifically, and then if you could do that, then your idea will be accepted to other people. Otherwise, not. So when you think of an idea that is your brainchild, you need to nurture that brainchild and come up with something. Okay, I wanted to start a business. So, okay, you wanted to start a business. So sometimes you start business with a company, creating a company, hiring people. Sometimes you start a company and you start working alone. Sometimes you register, sometimes you do not register. You just work it out. And everything, every individual idea is different for individual people. So you started a business. I'm talking about it strategically. So many business, I think 50 to 52% businesses. I might be a little bit wrong of the number, but it's more than 50%. They do not have a business plan when they start their business in the UK. There was a statistics. If you search online, you will find that statistic. It might be 52 or a little bit less or a little bit more. So you can see that majority of the people, they do not have a business plan when they start their business. Do they really need a business plan, or they can start without a business plan? For myself, when I started my business, I did not have any business plan, and that is true. I did not have a business plan. I just had an idea. I started my business when I was in school. So my sister, she had a knitting factory, and she produced a million garments every month now. And that time it was a smaller business. I'm talking about in 95 and 96. I was at school. I had my school examinations, and I was in college later that year. And I had an idea what I wanted to do, because they have lots of rejected knitting t-shirts and all other things, garments. I wanted to sell them to the people in my local area. And I proposed this idea to my sister, and she said, "Yeah, if you wanted to, you start it." So that was my start. So there. At that point, I did not have any business plan. I did not have any business plan on my later work as well. So I did not do very well on that particular work. And then I started again to do something else, because of my characteristics. I always wanted to do a business. I did not have a business plan either that time. And then I did not do very well. Invested money, just money from mother and families, gone. And then I came to the UK in 2004, had my first education in television production, digital film, and marketing. I started a business. At that point, I did not have a business plan. Okay. But when I started my business in the UK in 2005 or 2006, I learned from my course, graduations, that to start a business, you need a business plan. Why? Because on a business plan, you can tailor different methodology. You can link different sections. Like, okay, to do a business, you need technology. To do a business, you need marketing. To do business, you need to hire people. So the HR is coming in. So to do business, you need a lot of other things. And without a business plan, a set of documents, you do not know what you require. You do not know what you need to do. And then gradually, um, my previous chapter ended and my new chapter started. So learning about business plan, developing business plan for my business, and then I started. Yes, some of the business it was success, some of the business it was failures, and now I'm working as a business strategist, business growth partners with many people. But I prioritize business plan. Yes, you need a business plan to start a business. Doesn't matter how small and how big it is. Without that, you cannot measure your success. You do not know all the contributors you need to grow your business. So this is the importance of um, anyone you wanted to start a business. There are many resources available online for you to think about or write your business plan. You can do that. When you have a business plan, you need to think current technology. Like, okay, if you have a marketing business, what you need to reach people with marketing people, what you need specifically to do in relation with technology, what you need to do in relation with your business developments, and so on. So, with a business plan, you will have an executive summary, you will have a lot of other individual things, pro packages, go to market strategy, who you wanted to hire, what type of tools you wanted to build, how you're going to do the sales funnel, how you're going to exactly develop your websites, and a lot of other things you need to include. Maybe not in detail, but in key points, probably. Or if you want detailing, you have to detail it, because otherwise you cannot extend your thinking to the other people. So on the business plan, first thing is thinking about technology nowadays. Why? Because any business you do, either is a sales business, either is a accountancy business, or either is a food business, or anything else, you need to embed technology. And then it's another thing you have to do, a set of paper, like what type of technology do you need. You need a paper, or maybe a digital paper, to write it down, that okay, I have business of this, and I wanted to add technology, so what should I consider? There are a lot of things you can consider. I will jump into details. Before I start my conversation, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who is watching this webinar. And if you wanted to ask me any question, please feel free to ask me through the comment box. I will try to answer your questions. And you are watching this live webinar on LinkedIn and all other social media. I'm Dr. Shah Siddiqui from Time Research and Innovation, Zenzi Marketing Agency, and Neurodivergent Business Consortium. I do my lives on my business channels, business pages, and the Wednesday live is for audio events. But today I thought that okay, let's do a video events rather than audio events, because I can show you something. On audio events, I cannot show you something, but I can show you something as we are talking about technology. So thank you for Amici Udu and Thomas Hutchinson for your message. And I would appreciate if you wanted to ask me anything, feel free to ask me through the comment box, and I will intend to answer those for you. And they are not showing on my panel, though. I can see them on my screen on the LinkedIn page. So when when I receive those on my Restream UI, I can show them. Otherwise, I will just read the message from Amici Udo. If I spell your wrong name wrong, please excuse me for that. I have a problem of my pronunciations due to my brain surgery, but I will try. So you said business owners need to be aware that AI elbowing its way to whether they are ready for it or not. In case in point, as Microsoft subscriber, I found Copilot was installed as an upgrade to my MS application. As a Google Chrome user, Gemini AI has become integrated into all the associated tools, emails, docs, etc. Ditto Adobe and Sage, uh, and increasingly LinkedIn. The rate of change means we can't stand still or ignore AI as an assistant in our business. As a result, or we will almost certainly need to upgrade your tech work with the tools effectively. Thank you, Udo, for your message. Yes, you are right, because when something is come up, something is in the market, then all the people, they build their own tools. So when ChatGPT was there, we hardly heard anything else. Maybe they were working in the back end, because all the big corporation, when they work, there are some they leak the information. In any means, I'm not talking about the employee. They will leak the information to the competitor, but they knows what is going on massive scales. So they started to build in. So something is coming up, and the other people, they will copy it, and they will do it differently. And that's I would say that's a thing that will happen. Like, we have Samsung TV and we have Sony TV, and so we have other type of TVs, like one Apple Watch. We have different type of watch now. The first touch iPhone, if I'm not wrong, was Apple, and then everyone copied it. So it's just like that. Thank you very much, Udu, for your message. Yes, we need to understand technology very well. If you do not understand technology and add those technology to your business in an extent what you can do, then it's a problem. It's a problem for you, it's a problem for your target audience, it's a problem for those businesses or those people you wanted to serve. Because if you are not up to date with the current technology, then how do you serve people? Because um, the communication gaps and technology innovation, all other additions and all other things will create a vacuum, like we had in pandemic. People didn't know what to do. There was a vacuum everywhere, and at the end, after suffering, we settled it down, and still we don't know what we could do this kind of situation. We are very much into AI, and we are some of us are very afraid of AI, and some of us are doing some bad stuff, some of us are doing very good stuff. But have you thought about it? If you do not understand it well, if anything mishap happens, how you would safeguard yourself, how you would protect yourself, or if something else is coming there, you wouldn't know how you would migrate to those things. So these are the things that you need to consider nowadays if you are a business person. I'm not talking about personal things, I'm talking about business. So if you're a business person, you started today or you started 10 years or 20 years earlier, you have to be forward thinking. You have to think about current technology. You have to think about geography. You have to think about culture. You have to think about many other contributors of your business. Like when pandemic was there, no one could go outside and you were stuck. So if something happened again, like the tsunami, like the USA, the California fire, what happened? Everything gone. Is a vacuum there now. How you build those things. So if you are not ready with the changes or sudden changes happen, then it's gone forever. So your business will not exist. Lots of business shut it down in pandemic or natural disaster. A lot of businesses shut it down. Will they start again? Yes, some of them would, if they thought about this before and they saved or they have a plan with their business that, okay, if something happened, I will do this. I'm talking today, tomorrow I'm not be alive, but the work I have started, can they continue without me? We need to think about that as well. As a human, we must die today or tomorrow, it doesn't matter really. But the work we are doing, if we want, like, okay, I'm dying and with my or my business is dying, and with that everything finish, that's okay, that's up to you. But if you think, okay, the things I have created, the knowledge I have created, the projects I have created, so if there is a natural disaster, if I have an accident or something, I mishap or something has happened, what will happen? Who will draw to the conclusion of the project, of the work we are getting through? Like technology wise, we do have described many technologies, Gemini, Copilot, and a lot of other things. And now DeepShark is there. So chatbot, a lot of other things are there. What we wanted to embed with our current technology, that's we need to understand. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I support people with, and sharing my screen. So first, I will jump into my next conversation with showing you specifically a methodology that I support people with. And I will share some case studies that people I work with. uh, and gradually I will jump into my next conversation. So just give me spare me a couple of seconds. I'm just sharing my screen with you. Give me 1 sec. Okay. So we will see my screen in a couple of seconds time. So you can see the screen that I have shared. Before I jump into my conversation, I just wanted to thank Thomas Hutchinson. Thank you, Thomas, for your message. I just wanted to read your message. Can you touch on dynamic business plans and allow the developments in tech, and also plans for slowpreneurs with multiple projects ideas? Thank you, Thomas. Thank you very much for your questions, and I'm going to be answering those for you and as well as for all other viewers. And if you wanted to ask me any question, please feel free to ask me through the comment box. I will try to answer your questions as I go. But before I jump into answering those questions, I just wanted to add, like, okay, when you think about technology, like, okay, you have a business, and what you need first. Uh, as I said, you need a business plan first. And I will answer a little bit of your question, Thomas, here. On a piece of paper, you don't need it, it doesn't have to be detailed. If you ask ChatGPT or any other GPT application, Copilot, Gemini, or any one of them, or Google, they have a AI platform as well. So if you ask them, if you write, you have to write at least a paragraph of your wish. It could be a business wish list. So you have a business wish list about your business, what you wanted to do. So that could be your value proposition. So when you write a business plan, it has to be it has to be a value proposition of that plan. Without a value proposition, um, no one gonna buy from you. You cannot serve anyone unless you do some charities, and charities as well has to have a value proposition. So with that value proposition, what you include, you can include first thing is about your idea, how you wanted to solve the problems, and what contribution outcome your idea will make, and the people they will benefit from it. If you write that, maybe 100 words, 200 words, or 300 words, depends on you and what you wanted to do, and then put this on a AI application. Okay, this is my idea. Can you build me a business plan for that? So you will have the initial format of your business plan, and then that's not actually you're going to be following that what AI was suggested. No, you have to work through with it with someone. If you do not have a business experience, then you can find someone to work with you to develop that plan to the next levels, or you can work gradually. Okay, this section I do not like it, this section I do not like it, this section doesn't go with my theme, this section is good, this section is good, and then combine it to the next levels, editing it, describing it to your own words. And then at the end, maybe a week later, you will have your first version. And you please be aware, you will have many iterations before you go to your business launch. You will have many iterations. And that iteration, maybe every 6 months, we will have another iteration. Every few months, if you have any other ideas to add on, or maybe every year, depends how you want it to uh, edit that business plan. So I hope, Thomas, you had a little bit of idea how to do that. So next thing, I just wanted to jump into my screen. So you can see that Sales Funnel Accelerator. This is a relatively new innovation that we combined together. So we are working for this section last last more than 6 months now, from middle of last year. We have combined. So what we have combined, sales funnel accelerator, what it does, the core work of this application or these services is to generate sales with a 7-step process. So that 7-step process is, first thing, um, is understanding um, your business, know your business and develop a strategy. So if you're thinking to develop a business, I think this 7-step strategy can guide you through to the next levels. So you might have multiple ideas. It doesn't matter really. You have one ideas or multiple ideas. As a neurodivergent myself, I have different type of ideas, and I nurture them. Maybe I parallelly work with 2 or 3 projects at the same time. Because of my capacity, I can do that. For individual person, you might not have that capacity, so you probably going to be working with one project and completing them and then go to the next one. So it depends on your capacity. I work with mostly neurodivergent space people, and some of them has capacity like me, can work with 3, 4, 5, or 10 projects. That's okay. That's not a problem. If you can do, if you cannot, one projects at a time. And whenever you do projects, that's going to be your total brain, your total understanding, your total efforts going to be on that. Otherwise, it's a problem. I can transfer my efforts from one project to another. I can multidimensional work, but it's not be suitable for you. So think about your capacity and your teams and then tailor it to the next levels. So first thing is to know your business and develop a strategy. So the first the things I said, that you need to have a market analysis, business model design, and client profiling. That's the core things that you should do when you think about a business. You need to do a financial planning, operation optimization, leadership developments. Like, okay, if you wanted to start a business, you need some core capacity. You need to develop some core capacities. And if you do not do that, then you cannot go and sustain, because we have limitation. I have limitation. I cannot uh, work those fields that I'm not I do not have any knowledge. I have to learn them. So that's why it's needed. You have to have a leadership capacity to turn a teams into a sales pipeline or into sales. So a lot of other things you need to do when you start your initial thinking, develop a strategy. So when that stage is done, you need to think about technology, market research, idea generation, funnel design, video creation, because it's all about video. You can see TikTok, you can see US. They could not, you know, bar TikTok from their market, because it's millions or billions of people. They are the user of this system. So you need to think about what is currently happening, what you need to do. So we name it sales funnel and social selling design, but it could be tailored technology innovation. Like, what type of things you need? You need a website, and that website will tailor your methodology, what you wanted to do. Is a shop front, like a shop, when you go to do your marketing from there. So understand what you need technology wise, doing market research, design your website or sales funnel, create videos. If you cannot, there are people out there. We also support businesses to create videos and so on. Hire them and get it sorted. The next thing is to, you need to understand that you are targeting Gen Zs and Alpha and all the knowledgeable people nowadays. So when you create things, you have to have lead magnets. You have to have developed books, or maybe your ideas, maybe a 10 pages of books. You need to develop workshops, because the idea you are proposing, you need to train people to know if it's a training program or if it's a custom product. You need to have some training developed based on that, how they're going to use it, how they're going to implement it, how they're going to uh, share it, or a lot of other things. They will come on that. But as I said, every business is different, so it's going to be different for yourself, if for your specific idea. Then AI and technology integration, that is the core part. So you have think about, you have solved the previous two or three problems, sections of the pillars of cells, and then you need to think about adding technology. What you need to know, like, okay, AI, data analytics, automation for marketing. Like when you have a business, you need to do marketing, you need to do sales, otherwise you cannot sustain. You have to have millions of pounds in your pocket, and then still you need to do marketing and you need to do sales, otherwise it will not work. And then you need to think about cold email marketing, like you need to send emails to people. You need to think about CRM. So we have a CRM, that Genji CRM we called. You need to have an invoicing software. And there are lots of invoicing software, and we also have an invoicing software. Business directory, the list of businesses you wanted to connect with. So it could be your in-house directory, or it could be a directory from other people. And then you need to think about SEO and content marketing integration. SEO is core. Why it is core? When you are in social media, people will look for you on social selling, and then they will also look for you specifically on Google, Bing, any other pages, any other places. So this social media, they are restricted. So any social media, you wanted to search them with Copilot or ChatGPT or any other platforms, uh, to know about them, they cannot access it without they don't have that authentications. So you need to have SEO of your website, SEO of your app, SEO of your YouTube channels, SEO of your social media platforms. Then all the public information, they can get it. Or search engine optimization, Google, when people search for you, they get you on the first page, because other people are doing the same. So if you do not do SEO, search engine optimization, you will lose a big stake of the population that you wanted to serve. So that is very important. So there are many forms of SEO. I'm doing one live webinar this Friday, talking about SEO. So a very in detail session, why it is important, what you need to do, how you need to do link building, and a lot of other things, off page, technical, local, global SEO, content designing, marketing, ROI, and reporting. So I'm going to be talking all those on Friday session, is 4 to 5. Please check our Zenzi marketing page. You will find that event and you can register. And then qualifying and closing sales, that's another thing, is a tactic, is a characteristics that you need to embed for any qualified leads and closing them. And you need to think about all those things, how you get to a client, get to a leads, and then close them. And after sales is another, because you need to know how you nurture your relation with your target audience, and then retain those audience for the better. Because when you retain someone, is less expensive than you get a new client. So these are the sales funnel accelerators, 7-step formula. And if you wanted to know more about it, feel free to check all the events that we do, live events on our pages, Time Research and Innovation page, Zenzi Marketing page, Neurodivergent Business Consortium page. These are the 3 live pages that we do live. We will start another live on the Sales Funnel Accelerator. We also have a page there. We are just growing that, and we are recording programs. So with Sales Funnel Accelerator, we are just recording a podcast, and that is Innovators Circle podcast. And that podcast, we invite C-level executives, and to talk about a specific problems they solve, and knowing their work better, because these are the successful people, earn millions every month or every year. And we wanted to talk to them to know the secrets, how they do it, and how they're solving their problems, and what stage they are now, and collaboration, a lot of other things. So keep an eye. We have regular advertisement for recording those episodes. We already recorded some of the episode and is continue recording. And we're going to be broadcasting that very soon from the Sales Funnel Accelerator. So these are the things that I do. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask me through the comment box. I have a few more questions on the answer them gradually in the next segment. Um, and a few case studies that I wanted to share before I jump into the questions here. This is one of our client sites. We also have a case studies working with Arnold Consultancy. We all the designs and development we did it through our software development wing. And you know that we are custom software developers. We do everything hand coded and original. So everything is designed and customized and developed later. And we're going to be adding some AI tools on in this website as well. This is another of our customer, and we're going to be starting uh, the development. This is just a rough HTML design for the developer to start with. This is another customer that we are doing. Retain Your Brain, and we are just we started to develop these projects, and it will finish very soon because we have some lives with Julie Garden in next week and the end of the month to introduce her business. And we have other projects on the pipeline as well. As you know, we are developing last 4 or 5 years, and we have hundreds of projects developed. So if you go to Byte Store XYZ, you can see all of our developed technological projects. And if you're thinking that, okay, you need similar like that, we can embed those for you. As I said, we are custom software developers. Everything that we do is hand coded. So, and original. So if you want any of them, feel free to call or talk to me or any of my team. I will be more than happy to share that with you. So when you talk about, I will stop my sharing now. I did not have any chats on my restream. Probably there was a problem with the restream, so I cannot show the chats, but you can see on my LinkedIn all the chats. But I will stop sharing my screen and go back to answering questions now. So adding technology is critical. If you do not understand what technology you wanted to embed and how you wanted to embed, then it's a problem. So I would request you to talk to a technologist like me or like other people. There are millions of other people right there, and know what you need. We combined system together, and as we do versatile work from technology innovation to sales and marketing, research, in between business development. So we can combine a systematic way, tailored methodology for you from starting to the end, as well as looking afterwards, like the 7-step methodology I just showed you. So one-stop shop to solve your problems. And we have many clients that we're working now from end to end. So if you're thinking that, okay, we are the right fits, and as I said, be aware, we do everything hand coded, everything original. So if you think that, okay, we are the right choice, right fit for you, feel free to contact me or DM me or any of our websites. You can or book a call with me. So I will jump back to my conversation now to answering some of the questions. So Tom, you say that so the developments in AI, all business plans have become dynamic. Seems like the technology is now first, whereas before everything was on paper. Uh, Technology was brought in. It depends, Tom. I would say if you can do vice versa, like chicken and egg. If you have an idea, your idea is original. You can get support from the technology or ChatGPT to um, make it a make it within a format, because There are millions of data on ChatGPT or this kind of AI platform, and millions of different styles. You need to create your unique style of business plan, unique style of telling stories, because ChatGPT will talk about uh, different styles, but that is not your style, that is not unique. So when you create something, I think it's better to level it down in two dimensional, like first thing, original idea, and then second thing, getting a model from there and marrying them together to create something. And afterwards you need to work on that, because the idea you have received, it might not be suitable in some instances, it might not go with your theme, it might have not go with your values. So you have to work through that as well, and then it will become original and dynamic. Otherwise no, it doesn't. um, when you use ChatGPT, it's other people's work, it's not your work. So you need to work it through to make it yours. Like as an academic, when we write papers, we read many papers, published papers, and those papers is not ours. But what we do when we start our writing, we talk about it, give a reference of that person, that okay, we have with this writing is not, I'm not talking about this alone, other people they have specifically mentioned this within this their research. So that is like okay, I'm telling a story and I'm referring that story, and that is original. When my paper is published, someone they are doing the same thing, they will also refer me, okay, this is not my words, um, this has been done with this author, so it's become original that time, so they're giving credits to me. So when you write something with ChatGPT, it's not yours, is not yours. It's millions of other people's data, idea, and all other things. And you be aware as well, when you put something on ChatGPT, it will stay at least 2 to 3 years, I think, to their databases. So you need to consider that as well. So someone else is looking for something, ChatGPT will get your idea, get your thing out, and maybe propose them that one. I do not know that they do in that way, but I thought that yes, they might capture your idea and they will propose someone that one. So be aware of that as well. So when you make an idea unique, you need to work it through, either you with ChatGPT or not. It has to be has a dynamic plan that you can tailor your methodology to the next levels. You need to engage and work with people, because you might not have sufficient knowledge of specific sections of a specific technology or a specific calculation, or a lot of other things. So you need to embed other people within your project to work together. You need to invest. There's another thing, because if you wanted to do a business without investment, you're not going to sustain. I'm doing my business is medicine. I started in 2017. Still now I'm investing. So the money I'm earning, I'm just putting them to the business, because I know it will take a little bit more time to get the return on investment back. Yes, I have a return on investment back already, but still, when you do business, there isn't any limitation. You continually develop R&D and different type of projects. So continually, you're going to be investing. That's the thing. Other people might not be like that, but as we do versatile work, we need to think versatilely, and we need to think develop new products. And all the products will not um, um, prioritize growth. Some of them you will develop, but at the end you will see, okay, they are not a good product for people to solving their problems. Then you need to think about go to the next idea, next one, and that's the way um, it works. So if you are a dynamic business person, think about one first, and then gradually bring other businesses one after another. Or if you have a capacity to grow or have funding to do so, you can do at the same time multiple things. You can hire people to do multiple things as well. So these are the things, Thomas. I hope you got your answer. So the next thing is from Raihan. You said, do you have right team and skills to implement and manage new technology effectively? That's a very good question, Raihan. Yes, we have right team. As you know, I have a team, offshore team in Bangladesh. I also work people in the UK, USA, and elsewhere. So I have a full present team now to work on technology, AI, software development, marketing, research, and so on. So I train people. Part of my work, I train people and also support them with industry standard knowledge and working capacity. And some of the people they have worked with us, they are in different countries now in the UK, US, Canada, Australia, and a lot of different places. So last from 2017 till today, I have created many job prospects in many other places. So people, after learning from me, working with me, they work in multinational companies. So we have that capacity, and we continually growing and evolving. So my work-based learning program, you know that we also have a site for work-based learning program that we named it the Scholars Pathway. The Scholars Pathway, I work with academics and I work with people around the globe, students and office people, and so on. So I have right people to work with individuals, businesses, and create the pathway to success. The next thing question is from Urmi. How can automation improve efficiency in daily operations? That's a good question because when you do not automate your work, you're going to be targeting when you do business. If you talk about sales and marketing, or if you talk about anything else, automation is core for any business to succeed. Manual work, time consuming, until unless you do not need to do that manual work, because some work you have to consume manual levers person, like if you're doing a design, it has to be manual if you wanted to create a masterpiece. If you're writing something, it could be semi-automated, like something from available technology like ChatGPT or something like that, and something from your own brain. It could be like that. If you are doing like, okay, sorting data, like, okay, you have hundreds of data on your databases, and you wanted to sort this out without automating that, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to translate those data for you. So automation will give you the freedom to capture or to serve more people in a short period of time. So automation is necessarily needed when you wanted to work with people or capture a lot of things in the same small period of times. The next question is from Zakir. Is your data source and protect and protected against cyber threats with your current system? Okay, that's a good question. If there are cyber threats and there are people, they use a lot of different type of viruses online. They can harm your site. You cannot prevent it. Specifically, people also they will get away to get your site down. But what we do, we prevent that with cyber specialist, that all the malicious activities could be prevented through technology, AI. So AI implementation on your site, the AI can see uh, who is coming from what end. And all the database and everything, when you have a technological system, every system they have a database. And if you database is captured with someone, they're hacking your site, you're gone. So it has to be a redundancy when you develop your database. So whenever we develop something, we always have a backup. So if something happened, and if you cannot prevent that activities, um, we have a backup. That's one thing, that you have multiple backups. So if something happened, you can um, upload them very quickly. Or you also utilize AI and technology to prevent those things. Like when we, as I said, when we develop specifically a tailored methodology and develop everything on hands, we use most advanced technology or coding language, I would say, Laravel, PHP, JavaScript, Django, Python, um, .NET, and a lot of all other mainstream language to build applications. So this type of language, they have their built-in security tools. So no one can get in if that is protected. But it's still, as I said, you cannot prevent people to steal your things, or you cannot prevent to get into there, because they have um, that way to do it. That's why you will see a lot of malicious activities happening everywhere. But as I said, to be to protect your things, think about what you are doing carefully, and then implement all the measures, right measures to protect your site technologically and systematically, and then you will have less chances with malicious activities. Thank you for your question. So I can answer another questions. It's from Salahuddin. Are you using outdated software or tools that slow down productivity? Uh, Okay, I'm not sure that what you asked, is this question for me, or is this is this question for people? If you use outdated technology, if you do not embed the current technology, then it's going to be problem. As on our first client message, he mentioned that there are lots of different type of technology existing at the right space. If you business, they have like 20 years or 30 years or 40 years or even maybe 50 years before, uh, you had some technology, and if you do not upgrade those technology uh, with the time and innovation, it will be outdated anyway, because AI wasn't there when your system was built. The innovation of the technology wasn't there when your system was built. So every new innovation is existing in the marketplace or in technology space. You need to consider to embed them to your current workflow. Otherwise, your system built will be outdated. You cannot capture the right thing you are looking for. And you always need to target new target audiences. So when you have a new target audience, you need to target them. And to do that, you need to understand technology, as I said previously, geography, politics, and a lot of other things. Like Trump is there now, and all the giant corporations, they're going to be working with his um, what he wanted to tailor for America, what he wanted to tailor his methodology with. If they do not work with his methodology, then those businesses, they will be left behind. Like in the UK, we have a new Labour government; they have different policies. So if the businesses, they do not tailor with the UK current government's policies, they're going to be left behind. They are prioritizing AI, current government, billions of funds going to be invested and raised. So if you do not consider, like, okay, you're not considering AI to develop your current resources, to develop your current business, then all the people they will consider AI, they will be the front runner, and you have to exit from your business, maybe not now, in few years times, because new technology is kicked in, and the front runner, the early adopters, I would say, they will be the front end, and you will be outdated. So doesn't matter your business is small, doesn't matter your business is big, it's matter. Whenever you start, you have to start with the current technology, understand current technology, implement those to your business. Sometimes it could be costly, sometimes you can do it. That's a different conversation. But as today, we have discussed why you need to add current technology to your business to get up to date and to grow your business. So I hope my conversation throughout have given you enough information to think about it and then implement it. So if you need implementation, feel free to contact me or any of my team, as we can give you a lead you end-to-end process. Otherwise, there are people out there, seek support. If you do not understand them, a particular one, they will support you. There are lots of tons of information on social media, YouTube, and a lot of other places. Don't sit back and relax. Understand the technology innovation, prepare your business for that, and then you will be the early adopters and succeed what you are doing. Otherwise, there isn't any growth for you. So you have to sit back and relax and lose the potential space of growth. So thank you everyone for joining today's live webinar. We just end of our session. I have another session this Friday, and please keep your eyes on all the posts that we do on social media. You will know all the work that we do in relation with technology, marketing, research, social selling, business development. And I will welcome you on Friday, talk about SEO, why it is important, and different tactics. Until then, see you and bye bye. Have a nice day ahead.